Our most sincere apologies. We forgot about our appearance generators.
So you guys came. Who wants the grand tour?
Galaxy Quest, 1999. 25 out of this world facts you didn't know. We totally made some of them up, because why the hell not? Let's get straight into it. 1. The Thermian's walk came from a cast member's back pain. Enrico Colantoni, who played Mathesar, invented the Thermian's strange waddling movement after tweaking his back. He showed up to rehearsal moving stiffly, and director Dean Parisot loved it so much he asked the entire alien race to copy it. That walk wasn't alien, it was chiropractic. 2. Tim Allen cried when he saw the fake show footage. During filming, Allen got emotional watching the mock-up footage of the fake Galaxy Quest TV series. He reportedly turned to a crew member and said, "I finally know how Shatner feels." The line was partly a joke, partly a crisis. 3. Sigourney Weaver fought to wear the blonde wig. Studio execs wanted her to play her usual tough girl short-haired type, but Weaver insisted her character was a bimbo with a brain and demanded the bleached blonde wig. She even modeled it off 1960s sci-fi bombshells. It took 2 hours to apply, and she wore it proudly, even in the bathroom. 4. The rock monster was inspired by Star Trek's worst episode. Remember that terrible rubber lizard suit in the Gorn episode of Star Trek? The production team used that as a jumping off point for designing the rock monster. Only this time, they used CGI and a bit of desperation because the rock monster was created last minute when an earlier creature design was scrapped. Number 5. Alan Rickman wore the headpiece even off camera. Rickman was so committed to staying in character as the grumpy, classically trained actor Alexander Dane that he refused to take off his ridiculous alien head prosthetic between takes. According to the crew, he ate lunch in it, took phone calls in it, and muttered Shakespeare through the latex. 6. The Thermian's translator was originally a saxophone.
That any of you could have traits in common with Saris.
Early drafts of the script had the Thermian's universal translator shaped like a giant saxophone. Whenever they talked, the sax would spit out smooth jazz tones. The idea was scrapped after test audiences couldn't stop laughing in the wrong places. 7. Sam Rockwell improvised most of his freakouts.
I'm not even supposed to be here. I'm just crewman number 6. I'm expendable. I'm the guy in the episode who dies to prove the situation is serious. I gotta get out of here.
Rockwell, who played Guy Fleegman, the panicked red shirt character, improvised nearly all of his meltdowns. His "I'm not even supposed to be here" speech? Totally made up. He said he studied every character who died in sci-fi just to nail the vibe. 8. Justin Long's role was his big screen debut. Galaxy Quest marked Justin Long's very first film role, and he was terrified. He thought he had to bring donuts to set every day to keep the job. Tim Allen eventually told him, "You don't have to bribe us, kid, but keep bringing the donuts." 9. The film originally ended with a dark twist. An early script had the Thermians dying after the final battle, with the crew mourning their sacrifice. Test audiences hated it. The studio forced a rewrite with a happier ending, which ironically saved the movie and turned it into a cult classic. 10th. The pig lizard scene caused a CGI meltdown.
It turned inside out?
And it exploded.
The crew underestimated how complex the teleportation scene would be. Rendering the inside-out pig lizard caused a crash that wiped out several hours of visual effects work. One artist reportedly screamed, "This movie's cursed," then went on to work on Shrek. 11th. Sigourney Weaver's cleavage gag was added last minute. When Gwen's jumpsuit suddenly tears and exposes cleavage, it wasn't originally in the script. Weaver herself suggested it as a nod to how women were always over-sexualized in 60s sci-fi. She later said, "That zipper was the most honest thing in the movie." 12. A deleted scene showed Mathesar playing hopscotch. In one deleted scene, Mathesar is shown trying to learn Earth games by hopping through a chalk-drawn grid while chanting nonsense. The gag was pulled after test audiences said it made him look like a confused alien child. It lives on in the blooper reel, allegedly. 13. Tony Shalhoub played his role high, intentionally.
Hey, Fred. Here,
Oh, that's not right.
Shalhoub decided his character, Tech Sergeant Chen, should always look like he's stoned or unbothered. He told the director he was channeling stoner zen energy. That's why Chen seems disturbingly calm while the ship is crashing. 14. Galaxy Quest almost had a PG-13 rating. The original cut included more profanity and graphic violence, especially during the pig lizard mishap. One scene included blood splattering onto Gwen's face. To land a PG rating, they dubbed over lines and digitally scrubbed blood. Screw that! Was originally something much stronger. 15. The fan convention scenes were filmed at a real one. The convention where the actors meet fans was shot during an actual science fiction expo. Most of the crowd weren't extras, they were real fans. One guy was so convincing they almost hired him for a cameo, until they realized he was just there to meet William Shatner. 16th, Galaxy Quest is required viewing at NASA. True story. The film is shown during NASA training sessions about teamwork and problem solving. Apparently, the scene where the crew uses fan help to navigate the ship is considered a great example of collaboration, despite the exploding mines. 17. Alan Rickman's head prosthetic gave him migraines. Rickman's prosthetic was so tight that it caused headaches during filming. Between takes, he would lie on the floor and whisper, "Never again," while sipping tea. His performance is still flawless, even when he looks like his skull's being crushed. 18. Galaxy Quest had an actual alien consultant. According to an old DVD commentary, the producers hired a paranormal researcher as a joke, but he took the job seriously and suggested alien energy flow techniques to improve authenticity. He was quietly let go after recommending they film in the desert to attract visitors. 19. Tim Allen modeled his performance after Shatner, sort of. Allen watched tons of old Star Trek episodes, but claimed he was actually channeling Charlton Heston. Still, the dramatic pauses and hand gestures are pure Shatner. He later admitted he had a Shatner bobblehead in his trailer for inspiration. 20. The ship's design was inspired by a kitchen appliance. The NSEA Protector was based loosely on a handheld electric mixer. One of the concept artists was making breakfast and said, "This thing already looks like it could fly." The final design still has some of those sleek, curvy lines. 21. Rainn Wilson made his film debut here too. Before he was Dwight Schrute, Rainn Wilson appeared briefly as one of the Thermians. He had to wear prosthetic teeth that made it nearly impossible to talk, which prepared him well for yelling about beats years later. 22. The film was nearly a full-blown R-rated satire. The earliest pitch for Galaxy Quest was much darker, more like Starship Troopers meets This Is Spinal Tap. There were script drafts with drugs, gore, and nudity. Thankfully, the studio intervened, and we got space camp instead of space trauma. 23. The Omega-13 is still unexplained. The Omega-13 is one of the film's biggest mysteries. What does it actually do? The 13-second rewind is only guessed at. According to screenwriter David Howard, even he wasn't 100% sure. "It's sci-fi," he said. "You don't always have to explain your gadgets." 24. A sequel script was lost in a hard drive crash. In 2009, DreamWorks was allegedly developing a sequel when a studio laptop containing the script was stolen. Rumors say it ended up on eBay, mislabeled as Star Trek II: Galaxy Strikes Back. No one has seen it since. 25. The cast still does convention reunions for real fans. The Galaxy Quest cast has reunited multiple times at real sci-fi cons, including Comic-Con panels and special screenings. They sign autographs, take photos, and laugh about how a Star Trek parody accidentally became one of the best sci-fi movies of all time. That's it. 3 of those were total bullshit. Drop your guesses in the comments and subscribe for more weird movie facts you can't trust.